Have you ever wondered how much risk you are taking in your investments? Sponsoring our segment this afternoon, John Savarino is an investment advisor representative of Rooted Wealth Advisors right here in Champaign, and he's back with us today to walk us through how you can find your risk score. John, glad to see you again. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, Ryan, super excited to be here again.
Yeah, I love this topic of risk. It's, you know, coming from the film side of things, it's one that rings true to my heart. But let's talk about when folks are looking at their investments, it's kind of a complicated idea for the layperson. Let's talk about navigating risk and what that means.
Absolutely. So when we talk about risk, specifically, we're discussing risk of our investments, right? Typically in a portfolio or multiple portfolios. And what a lot of our viewers might not realize is there's two different ways that we should be looking at the risk of our investments. And the first would be a qualitative, right, which is based in emotion. And ultimately, if we just give it a high level, is how much risk am I comfortable taking, right? How much loss am I comfortable losing? Because we know that the stock market's cyclical. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. And those cyclical cycles are actually healthy for the overall stock market. And the second way we need to be looking at it is the quantitative factor, right, which is going to be based more in data. And that starts to become very complicated. Now, we have a very sophisticated software piece that's going to take a lot of the complicated data of someone's portfolio and their investments and ultimately give them a number on a scale of 1 to 100. And 1's going to be, hey, we're really, really safe, maybe a little bit too safe. And 100's going to be, we are as aggressive as we possibly can be. And a part of our process is just combining those two factors of risk.
So what I'm hearing is there's, you know, on the qualitative side, it seems like that comes down to the appetite of the person. How does a person determine what their risk appetite is?
So we bring them through a series of questions, and they're very intentional questions for us to gauge how risky of an investor or how comfortable they are with risk. And do know that the very specific reason we're doing that is we want to prevent clients from making emotional decisions when it comes to their investments, because more often than not, it's not going to be the best decision for their hard-earned money.
That's right, and I think sometimes risk gets a bad rap. Like, we think all risk is bad. Stay away from risk at all costs, but with no risk, no reward.
Exactly.
So it's about establishing a healthy level of risk.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about how risk plays into our taxes.
That's a good question. I'll try and give it to you in the most simple form. But ultimately, all these different things are working in synergy. They're working together. So when it comes to risk of our investments, we actually need to back that into taxes first. And what I mean by that is understanding how potential income from our investments is going to be taxed in the long run, right, on the back end. And ultimately, that will help us determine how much risk we should be taking with our investments, because your tax implications are going to determine what we consider order of liquidation.
Awesome. I mean, we're kind of back into that. It's simple yet complicated, and it's really helpful to have a professional service that can walk you guys through this. You guys do offer a service. It's the tax reduction report that you guys walk your clients through.
Yeah, so the tax reduction report was put together by our team of fiduciary advisors, and once again, super high level, but the main goal is to reduce cumulative income taxes throughout our lifetime, and that's part of that tax reduction report. So actually, our viewers could go to taxreductionreport.com or give our office a call, 217-607-8171.
Awesome. You can see the phone number up there on the screen. And I do want to mention Rooted Wealth. You guys are a very hands-on shop. You guys like to take each client by the hand and walk them through their individual situations. And so, folks, if you want to learn more and connect with Rooted Wealth Advisors and their team, who we appreciate sponsoring our segment this afternoon, we'll connect you on our website at ciLiving.tv after today's show.